Hello guys, this is Ina from Crochet Realm. Today I want to show you how I make these sweaters. They are made out of motifs joined together in the last row of each motif, and then in between them there is another joining motif. So the sweater I'm gonna work on today is gonna be slightly different, but the motif layout is gonna be the same. The pattern for this coral top can be found on Ravelry. It is for sale, but since people still have questions and some things probably are not as clear as I thought they would be, I decided to make a video and to show you exactly what I do, when I do it, and how I do it. Okay, so let's get started. This is the motif that I'm gonna be using for my new sweater. It is slightly changed, if you can tell the difference. Here we have double crochets and then some spaces and then some popcorn leaves, and then there are other spaces covered with single crochets. But my new motif is gonna have this popcorn flower with petals in the center, and then the second part of the motif is exactly the same like here. Alright, for my new sweater I'm using this yarn. It is extra fine merino wool and silk, so more precisely 75% wool, 25% silk, 50 grams, 250 meters. So you can see here it's super fine. You can use any super fine yarn if you like. If you want this one, I bought it in a store in Pembroke Pines. It's called Raging Wool Shop, but you can choose any extra fine yarn you have available. As for the crochet hook, this is the crochet hook I'll be using. It says 2.5 millimeter hook. It feels more like a 3 millimeter, but let's say that it is 2.5 the way it is set on the hook. And one smaller hook to weave in the end. This is a 1.05 millimeters. I weave in the ends with a smaller hook. So for starters, I'm going to show you how I make the first motif, which is going to be entirely finished, completely finished, the first motif. All right, chain 4, slip stitch in the first chain from hook, chain 1, 8 single crochets in ring. I have to make 8 if I can find the center of this ring. There. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slip stitch in the first single crochet of this row, like this. Next row, chain 3, in the same stitch here work another 4 double crochets. So we need to have 5 double crochets in total. We're going to make a popcorn stitch. So we insert the hook into the 3rd chain at the beginning of row, pick up this loop and pull it through, and we have our popcorn stitch. Chain 3 and work another popcorn stitch into the next single crochet stitch. Chain 3 again, another popcorn stitch into the next single crochet of previous row, and basically this is what you repeat till the end of the row. You must end up with 8 popcorn stitches separated by chain 3 spaces. I'll see you at the end. So I am at my last popcorn stitch. So I'm chaining 3, slip stitch into the first popcorn stitch, like this. Next row, chain 1, single crochet into the first popcorn stitch, like this, and then chain 3, 3 double crochet cluster into the next space here. That means 3 unfinished double crochets. And then we finish them all as one. That's a cluster. Now we need to work a picot out of chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, slip stitch into the front upper bars of this cluster, like this. Chain 3, single crochet into the next popcorn stitch, and that's what you repeat for the entire row. So chain 3, cluster into the next space, or more precisely 3 double crochet cluster, like this, and then we need to work the picot out of chain 3, slip stitch on top of this cluster, like this, chain 3, single crochet on top of the next popcorn stitch, and repeat like that till the end of the row. I am at my last cluster, so I'm chaining 3, so 3 double crochet cluster again, picot. We don't forget about the picots. Slip stitch on top of the cluster, and here I'm gonna end the row with 1 double crochet instead of the last chain 3 space, because I need to end up on top here, at the top here. Okay, chain 1, single crochet into this space like this, chain 6, single crochet into the next space before the picot, of course, chain 1, go behind the picot and single crochet into the next space. So we repeat this step again for each of these petals. So chain 6, single crochet into the next space here, chain 1, behind the picot, single crochet into the next space, and work like this around the entire flower. So I am at my last chain 6 space, and I'm gonna work the last single crochet of this row, chain 1, and slip stitch behind the picot, of course, slip stitch into the first single crochet of this round, like that. Slip stitch into the first chain 6 space, chain 1, 2 single crochets into this same space, picot out of chain 3, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch into the third chain from hook, like this, 3 single crochets into the same space, another picot out of chain 3, slip stitch into the third chain from hook, 2 single crochets into this same space. There. Chain 1, move on to the next space, 2 single crochets into the next space, picot out of chain 3, slip stitch into the third chain from hook, 3 single crochets into this same space, another picot, and 2 single crochets into the same space. Again, chain 1, and repeat this for every chain 6 space around. I'll go over again one time. So 2 single crochets and then 1 picot, another 3 single crochets into the same space, picot, 1, 2, 3, and 2 last single crochets for this space. Chain 1 and repeat around. So I covered my last chain 6 space, and then I made a chain 1 and slip stitch into the first single crochet of this round, slip stitch into the next single crochet, chain 1, go behind the picot, slip stitch into the next single crochet, and slip stitch again into the next single crochet, like this. Chain 1, single crochet into the same stitch, chain 5, three double crochet cluster into the next chain 1 space. So 1, 2, 3, chain 5, single crochet in the middle stitch between the 2 picots here, chain 5 again, three double crochet cluster into the next space here, chain 5, single crochet in the middle stitch between the 2 picots, chain 5 again, 3 double crochet cluster into the next space, chain 5, single crochet in the middle stitch between the 2 picots, and continue like that till the end of the round. I'm at my last chain 5 space, and I'll work it like this. I'll chain 1, actually 2, and 1 double crochet into the first single crochet of this row, like this. Chain 1, single crochet into this space, chain 3, popcorn stitch into the next single crochet stitch, popcorn out of 5 double crochets, of course, chain 3, single crochet into the next space, chain 3, popcorn into the next cluster stitch, chain 3, single crochet into the next space. And you're gonna have a popcorn stitch in every single crochet and cluster, and chain 3 before the popcorn and after the popcorn, and single crochet stitches in the spaces. Chain 3, popcorn stitch into the next single crochet, chain 3 again, single crochet into the next space, and work like that till the end of the row. Okay, so I made the last popcorn stitch, and instead of the last chain 3 I will work 1 double crochet into the first single crochet that I made at the beginning of this row, like this. Now chain 1, single crochet into this next space. I'm gonna call it next space because it's a new row. So for the next row we need to make chain 5 spaces followed by a picot out of chain 3. Okay, so let's work a picot right now. Picot out of chain 3. This time we're not gonna slip stitch into the third chain from hook, but into the single crochet. We're gonna slip stitch here into the single crochet like this, and chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet into the next space here. Again picot. So the picot follows every single crochet in this round. Again slip stitch into the single crochet made, and again chain 5, single crochet into the next space here, followed by a picot out of chain 3, slip stitch on top of the single crochet, chain 5, single crochet into the next space, followed by a picot, and then chain 5 again, and so on and so forth till the end of the row. Single crochet into the next space, immediately followed by a picot out of chain 3, slip stitch into the single crochet made, chain 5, single crochet into the next space. Repeat like that till the end of the row. So I'm at my last picot. This was a very time-consuming round. And the last chain 5 space, I'll work chain 2 and 1 double crochet into the first single crochet of this row. Next row is gonna consist of single crochets and chain 5 spaces, no picots though, so it's gonna be a lot faster. So single crochet into this first space and then chain 5, single crochet into the next space, chain 5, single crochet into the next space, chain 5, again single crochet into the next space, chain 5, again single crochet into the next space, and so on and so forth till the end of the round. I'm at my last chain 5 space and I'll work chain 2 and 1 double crochet into the first single crochet of this round. Now the last row of this motif, chain 1, single crochet into this same space, chain 2 into the next space here. We're gonna work a shell of 4 double crochets separated by picots like this. First double crochet, picot out of chain 3, slip stitch into the third chain from hook, and double crochet into this same space, another picot out of chain 3, 1 more double crochet, and last picot. And the last double crochet into this chain 5 space. And now chain 2, single crochet into the next space. And that's what you repeat around. Chain 2, double crochet into the next space, picot, double crochet, picot, double crochet, picot, double crochet into same space, and then chain 2, single crochet into a next space. In the next space we work the whole shell of double crochets and picots. So that was first double crochet and first picot, second double crochet, second picot, third double crochet, third picot, fourth double crochet, that's the last one here, chain 2, single crochet into the next space, and you repeat this around. I am at my last repeat. Another double crochet, another picot, third double crochet, third picot, and the last double crochet of this shell, chain 2, slip stitch in the first single crochet of this row, chain 1 and cut the thread about, I don't know, about 2 inches. So this is how it looks. Your motif has to have 16 shells around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Good. Since I already had one done and I made a new one, I'm gonna consider this the shoulders, like this. Left shoulder, this is gonna be an empty space, and right shoulder. I'll show it to you in a second on the top. So this is the top. This will be one shoulder up here, and this is gonna be the second shoulder up here. In the next video I will show you, I will make the next row of motifs. That's gonna be under here, 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna show you how to join these motifs to each other. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed making the motif, and see you in the next video. Bye.